Awesome. So, talk about being in Boulder. I mean, how excited are you to be here after being in South Florida the last couple of years?
I'm very excited. It's definitely a change. Being from, I mean, not being from, but being in Tampa, and, coming to Boulder. The people are so nice here. I talked about it all day today. You'll be in an Uber for 5 minutes and you'll talk to the guy for 20 minutes just because they're so welcoming, and they love CU sports. So I love Boulder.
Yeah. Um, why here? Like when you decide to transfer, why did you land in Colorado over some other places that we mentioned?
I'll say opportunity. Colorado preached that. If you come in here and work, and you really have a love for the game, you'll get everything you want out of it. So just the opportunity. The camera, the lights, every weekend is on us. And as a DB, that's something that you want to play in. You want to be in the big time games. You want to be in the spotlight. So definitely that.
The guy that wore that jersey last year was pretty darn good.
Uh-huh.
He was a leader, made
Yes,
a ton
sir.
of plays. How much did you watch Cam? Have you talked to him? Have you met him?
Yeah, I used to watch, watching the well-off games last year. I used to see Seven making plays all around the field. I didn't know who he is. I didn't have a look of who Cam and Selman Craig was until, I got into the portal and, coming to Colorado, and that's all they talk about is Cam, his leadership, the way he played, his love of the game. So, and he's on us now to this day, even though he's in the league, he'll hit me, text me, every once in a while and say, hey, step it up. Hey, you second in line and you should be first. So, he's definitely a leader that, that I could look up to.
Yeah. I'm sure you get that from your brother too.
Oh,
right?
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
He's obviously been highly successful.
Yes, sir.
How much have you learned from him and just watching him, but also hearing from him?
Yeah.
Advice?
Yeah, just the biggest thing I take from him and that whole situation is that it could be done. That if you just work, grind, put your head down, they could do it. Some kids get discouraged because they don't see it a living figure that has done it. So they kind of think it's this out of this world type of thing to make it to the next level. But when you have someone in the flesh that has done it and you've seen the work they put in, it's definitely something that tangible.
Yeah. The safety room, Carter, obviously
Yeah.
he's got a little bit of experience in the NFL pedigree as well.
Yes, sir.
Ben has been here for a while and brings the heat.
Yes, sir.
How fun is that group at safeties, and how do you see that shaking out?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of good safeties. Me, Carter, Slaughter, Love, T.J. Branch, the freshman, the youngster, and you got Ben. So we all love the game of football. I think that's the best thing about it. You get guys that love the game. You don't always have to push them to do more because they love the game and they're doing it for themselves. But yeah, we're dynamic. We're rangy, sideline to sideline, post safeties, in the box, hit you in the teeth type of boundary safeties. So I'm excited to see what this look like.
Awesome. And last thing for you, off the field, everybody's got to have something to where you decompress from football and you get away from it. What do you do to try to get your mind off football, clear your head, things like that?
Yeah, I kind of been my fall camp thing or my season thing where I just lay down and I watch Martin. The Netflix TV show Martin, the sitcom. He's funny, he's hilarious. It's a way to get my mind off football and just think about something that has nothing to do with cover 3 or cover 2 or blitz, and it just puts me in a different mindset.
Just shut the brain off and laugh.
Yeah,
right?
Awesome.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Man.
Appreciate it.